Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today's chapter was about fasting and mortification, but I want to focus a little bit more on fasting. First, let's define it. Fasting is when we abstain, or a better word, withhold from eating or drinking all or some food. We most commonly do this during the time of Lent, which would be now, this Friday. For us Catholics, when we fast, we don't go the whole day without eating. We are allowed one meal or two small meals that add up to less than one meal. We do this to imitate those biblical models. For example, in Exodus chapter 34, verse 28, and in 1 of Kings chapter 19, verse 8, Elijah and Moses fasted before going into God's presence. Jesus also fasted, although he needed no purification. Jesus fasted for our sake, so that we may follow his example. Jesus said, "When you fast, do not look gloomy like the hypocrites." Matthew chapter 6, verse 16. He did not say if you fast, but when. We who fast have every reason to rejoice. When we live this way, we imitate Christ, who enjoyed perfect freedom because no one could take anything away from him. He had already voluntarily given up even himself. John chapter 10, verse 17. We share his life and his divine work of redemption. We can apply the fruits of our self-denial to others as an act of love. Like St. Paul, we can say, "Now I rejoice in my sufferings for your sake, and in my flesh I complete what is lacking in Christ's afflictions for the sake of his body, that is, the church." This is from Colossians chapter 1, verse 24. Today's Ponder in Your Heart is from the 16th century. It's from St. Thomas More, and it says, "Let us fall to fasting, to prayer, to almsgiving, in time, and give that unto God that may be taken from us. If the devil put in our mind the saving of our land and our goods, let us remember that we cannot save them for long. If he fear us with exile and fleeing from our country, let us remember that we be born into the broad world, and not like a tree to stick in one place, and that whithersoever we go, God shall go with us." What I understood from this is that St. Thomas More is saying we aren't always going to have those material things, that food, that maybe your phone, your TV, your clothes. That's not always going to be with you. And the devil's always going to try to tempt us with these material things. He's going to say, "Hey, this is better than anything God can give you." But that is not true. And we know it's not true. So we have to believe that God will always be with us no matter where we go, and that what he gives us is what we need. That is all I have for today. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you next time.